Hello, welcome to May 2017. Yes, it's already May, and, well, it might not be already May for you, it might be finally May for you, but yeah, for May, I decided it was time to do, I was trying to decide what a good May calendar could be, and, I had this one idea, but I was like, no, I want it to be something I really want, because, so I decided to do Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Now, this is absolutely the best video game ever, according to some people, which I don't know who they are, but this is actually a video game that received terrible reviews. But the biggest problem with it, I think, is that they released it too quickly, and so yeah. But other than that, it's a pretty fun game with some pretty cinematic stuff, and if you can get around the flaws and stuff, you can enjoy it pretty well, I think. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, was a video game. I actually got it my first time in the beginning of 2016, and I started playing it, and it has this really awesome plot with this crazy timeline and stuff. So I'm even making a timeline, which I don't know how I'm going to share it, but it's this timeline that I have for, the whole adventure that I'm sort of making, just to show how events take place. So yeah, if you examine it, it has a really cool timeline and everything. So yeah, this is, it has a cool story, it has cool gameplay, although sometimes flawed. It has great music. Hopefully you're hearing some music now. Yeah, so I started playing it again, and so, I was trying to think of what I would do for May, because May is sort of special for me. So, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do something special for May, and so, I didn't know what to do, because there wasn't many options that I haven't done yet that I felt like were super special. I had another idea, I was thinking of another idea, but as I started playing Sonic, I was like, maybe I was playing this game again, just to enjoy it, and I started thinking maybe I should do this one. Unfortunately, I did not finish this game before I created the calendar, and so that's a little sad. But yeah, so basically what happens is Sonic the Hedgehog, he, is at the Soleanna Festival, and Dr. Eggman attacks, tries to steal Princess Elise, because she has the Flames of Disaster. And then he saves Elise, but he meets Silver, who wants to destroy the Iblis Trigger. And, so he tries to destroy the Iblis Trigger, and that creates a problem. Because, everybody doesn't see eye to eye, and apparently Sonic is supposed to be the one who unleashed Iblis. Is supposed to be the trigger. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, and maybe he does just in a way that nobody expected, or maybe he doesn't in a way that nobody expected. And so, it's just, interesting. And then there's Shadow, who, runs into Mephiles. And, yeah, Mephiles is a bad guy. And, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of spoilers on the calendar, maybe. Just some of these pictures, so if you haven't examined the pictures too hard, just look away. So, yeah. Sonic is just there, and everybody's just there, and they're all having their own issues and everything. It's sort of like Sonic Adventure, which I did not pull up. But yeah, Sonic Adventure, where there's all these different storylines. And it's pretty cool. It's sort of, let's see. Yeah, there are some glitches, but, if you want to enjoy it, you can get by it. Unfortunately, it's harder to replay video games a second time, on your different account, so, it's just sad that way. But, okay, so, the design for this calendar. So, yeah. So, you see this box here? Well, one of the things I wanted to do, I mean, I didn't know if I wanted to do 3 different backgrounds or if I wanted to do 3 different characters. I decided to do the 3 different characters' hair, and then these could be like, to go along with it, this text box. So there was sort of a tactic I used for this, which was basically, yeah, it's very simple. I copied and pasted this one because it had sort of the formula, you know, the equation of how far separated those should be, because I didn't want to do the math again, because I'm lazy. You know, like how far separated they are from Star Wars Episode 3, you know, because they have to be lined up in thirds. And, you know, I wanted each one to have exactly a third, so, you know, I basically stole that from the Star Wars Episode 3 calendar and changed the color. So yeah, I created the central color would be blue, and then there would be, you know, silver, and then there would be black. Silver would be for silver, it's more of a gray. Blue would be Sonic, and black would be Shadow. Shadow's also red, so there's red hair. So you see, the red is the right hair, and that is sort of to symbolize Shadow the Hedgehog. I did not use the exact equation here, but I know that, like, each of these has to be, like, to add up perfectly, each color has to have, 2 1/3 boxes, which, if you do 2 1/3 plus 2 1/3, because there are 7 days a week, and so 2 1/3 plus 2 1/3 equal, 4 2/3, and then you add another 2 1/3, and you end up with 7. So yeah, so the math adds up, and so this one is green, sort of, you know, for like, this background here, which, you know, like, oh man, a green color. So yeah, Sonic, the blue, and then the green for the graph. And then here I decided to do, here I would do, you know, orange, because if you look at the whole page, you'll see that, if you just zoom in here, you'll see that, you know, silver comes from Crisis City. And so, yeah, Crisis City is a crazy future that they just go to, and it's crazy. Oh man, I really want to show my time chart. So yeah, it shows how each character goes. There's actually only one timeline. There's no changing of time, I don't think. In this, even if they intended for there to be time changing, you can still work out that up until the climax, which would be this line, that there is no time changing, and the only way that they actually change time is because they exit the dimension they're in and go into another dimension, which allows them to, you know, escape from this sort of time stream, which is, you know, straightforward with no changes in it. You know, this timeline right here. So yeah, there's one strict timeline, you know, they can't change it, they can only escape it by going to here, and then they go here into a new timeline. So yeah, and then this one's deleted because, you know, they escape it, and then they delete it. But they can only delete it by escaping it, and they can't escape it just by going into the past. But yeah, also, if you think about it, it's sort of like May 2011 with, you know, Sonic on one side and Sonic on the other, just a different Sonic. But yeah, so basically, each of these has, 5 boxes, you know, yeah, let's just do the text font. It's really simple because, you know, so I just selected a text font. Yeah, I was sort of, you know, rushed on this one, but it looked like a nice text font, and so I used it. It looked like it fit, it was what I was looking for, and so yeah. I know I was rushed on time, but this one actually turned out pretty nice. So, every single picture, and even the text, even the text and hair, they all have a shadow, heading towards this side, so the light's coming from this side, and the shadows going onto this side. Every single text, I believe. I hope. So no matter what you're looking at, all the pictures have the same shadow direction. So the light's coming from this side of the calendar, and the dark's coming from this side. Which actually makes sense, because shadow's on this side, and this side's silver, which is probably the brightest of the colors. And so yeah, this is also lava-y color, so yeah, shining onto this side. At least I'll pretend. So each of these has like a total of 5 pictures. In the center is a picture representing the character, and then each of the surrounding 5 pictures, the 4 surrounding pictures, 3 of them have the main character that you're looking at. So the main character, and then there's a supporting character. One of their supporting characters' stories is in the other picture. So yeah. And every single level is accounted for. The 2 middle pictures, the 2 in-between pictures are all 3 characters. So yeah, the ones in between the 13 characters. And the central pictures are bigger, and I really like how this one works, because it looks like, all these pictures seem to be, I don't know, it almost looks like some awesome marketing thing, or whatever. Because, like, all these, it looks like this is the center, and then these things on the side, these pictures, sort of emphasize what surrounds this game. The other ones are sort of, just a little different. Okay, so I should probably start with pictures. I'll start with Shadow, the Hedgehog. Here we have, Shadow fighting Mephiles. Okay, so this is one point that I think they could have changed, and they could have did the ending scene. They could have put that at the beginning of the last story. But, the boss battle was not so much. It's just trying to trap him. But he escapes, and then that's when the end credits start. They should have waited until after. Here is Rouge. She is basically, she is hitting this whatever. And, yeah. This is the most horrible level if you're playing it with silver, because you get lost and you just wander in circles, seems like sometimes, or at least I did the first time. The second time not so much, but I was wandering in circles the first time I played that with silver, and Rouge is a bonus story for that level. Here we have Shadow. Yes, this is probably his eyes are closed. Shadow is just a character who's been through a lot. This is after Maria, which, if you want to look, is a long time ago. Yeah, like November 2010. But this is the game that follows immediately after Shadow the Hedgehog. So yeah, Shadow has had a little bit happen to him since then. Not much. This is like the year after in video game world. So, or this game was released 1 year after Shadow the Hedgehog. So, it was pretty quick. Even though this game does... Spoiler. This game is deleted from history. So, like, the only game that we've seen of Shadow since Shadow the Hedgehog, has not happened anymore. That Shadow's actually a main character that progressed his story. So, I'm guessing the idea is the same, that he still worked for Gun. Here's the same location, and this is White Acropolis. So yeah. There's a lot of sledding and stuff, and, and there's these searchlights, and yeah. So there's that. And here is Radical Train. This was a nice picture that I got of Radical Train, and, he's grinding. So yeah. So yeah, this is Shadow's latest story updates in Shadow the Hedgehog. Unfortunately, that was 2006, and the problem is that this game was deleted from history. But it had to have happened for it to not happen. That's the crazy thing. So, yes, it's still canon, but it was deleted. So, it didn't happen because it's canon. I guess it had to happen to not happen, like I said. Here is a picture of all three characters. Or all, yeah, three characters. They're the main characters, Sonic, Silver, and Shadow. Silver, the new character. So yeah. Here we have Sonic. This is a painfully hard, running thing, because you run along walls, and it's hard to know how to move the control, because you run too far upward, and then you just die. So yeah, and then you lose all your lives and have to restart that 20-minute level. And then, I'm gonna go over here. Here is another level that I just realized, that's weird. This sign, I don't think the danger sign really normally appears, so is this a hack of Sonic Generations? Oh my goodness. Did I accidentally do that? What was it called? Flame Core, Lava Core, something Core. Yeah, except these signs basically show that, there's a pit, and those appear in Sonic Generations. I don't think they appear in this game. Oh, man, I should have noticed that. But, it still represents the game. I might as well play Crisis City from that one Sonic game. That one. Rather than the one. No, I'm not going to, though. Here is the poster I was talking about. This is the game case. It's from the Xbox 360, but I took off the Xbox 360 logo to include those who like PlayStation 3's version. Yeah, I wasn't able to get this right away because I didn't have a PlayStation 3 right away. And yeah, this is actually a pretty cinematic game, even though this picture, this screenshot was probably taken separately. Here's Sonic, like, awesome explosions of fire and building shards, and hopefully he doesn't get punctured by glass. And this is Crisis City, 200 years in the future. And here is Knuckles in that one place, and it's underwater, so he's in an aquarium. So yeah. And then here we have Dusty Desert inside a temple or whatever. Here is Silver. He is facing, sand and stuff. He likes sand. Sand is squishy, icy sand, and I don't like sand. It's, And here is the same place Knuckles was at. How did I forget? And, he's floating over, and there's all these bubbles here. So, yeah. And here, like I said earlier, is Silver overlooking Crisis City. Oh, yeah, that's just dramatic. There's a fire tornado, and there's all those creatures. This is his home. This is where Silver comes from. It's a bit blurry, but, it looks cool still. It's probably cinematic perspective. And then here is, in the Kingdom Valley, Silver is, like, catching some bullets, and he's gonna throw it at here. This was actually, a playthrough by somebody who's called Sonic JGB or something, I don't know. Sonic GJB, I don't know, Gamer... Yeah, Boinky is the name of my cat. Or Gamer... Jamming Gamer Boy something, maybe. I don't know. He likes to jam on his guitar and play video games, maybe. And he likes Sonic. So, and also here is another one from them. And it is Blaze. He's like, yeah, I got a screenshot off of YouTube. This is like her flying to the island Wave Ocean, I figured I needed to have at least one Wave Ocean picture, and I decided Blaze. Okay, so the text font is pretty much the same here. You can see a transition, design, fill effects. Yeah, it's similar to what I've done before. So yeah. Last month's theme is Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. Sorry, they're taking away annotations, so I am unable to give you a link to this directly. I'm sorry, it's depressing, I know, but they, don't want me to give you a link directly to it. They want me to do an in-screen, but I don't want to do an in-screen. That will interfere with the video as I make it. How I do the videos. In-screens may be a good thing. But I like my annotations. I could put a link directly in the video right when I wanted. Now I might have to put something up here or something. Yeah. And so there's also on the 1st, which was the other day, May Day. I don't really know what May Day has to offer the world. But May Day's a day, you know? So May Day happens. And so, yeah. On the 2nd is, oh no, I forgot to delete the birthday's name. Oh wait, this is a cat's possible birthday. We don't even remember the day she was born. She was either the 5th or the 2nd. And, so she was May 2nd or May 5th, 2002. And she was born on A Dog's Purpose on DVD Day. Oh, that's on DVD already. Okay. So that was yesterday. And we forgot her birthday. Poor Boogman. But yeah. And here is Day of Prayer. So tomorrow, which is probably when I'll edit this, so it won't be out right away. So the Day of Prayer. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So pray, maybe. Because that's what you do. I'm not exactly sure what they do. I forgot. Maybe I mentioned that on my other May calendar. Or something. And here is, on the 5th, the day after tomorrow, which might be today when this is released, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in theaters. Okay, so it might also be yesterday also, when it's released. And Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, Mayo. Which you may know, is not about Mexican Independence Day, which is what I'm learning in Chicano studies. It's actually about something that happened. It's not even celebrated that much in Mexico. It's a battle that took place, and I guess it sort of helped forward the Civil War, because, that meant that, France wasn't able to help, the other people, so it became popular in America or something, I don't know. And then here is Miranda begins summer vacation. She actually begins it, this day, but when I did this, I did not know that her last day of school was really just, choir. So, yeah, she begins summer vacation sometime around here. I have to wait until June, because, my school started a month late. So I get out a month late. And then here is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword and Cedars. Here is a movie about King Arthur, and he has a Legend of the Sword. Something like that. So yeah. And then Mommy's Day! Mommy's Day, something. So do something for your mommy. I won't get to see her. That's sad. And then due date. Here's a date, go to the library, return your stuff that's due, something like that. So yeah, Mommy's Day is about a mom. So yeah, just be nice to your mom. His moms are great sometimes, mine was at least. Is great. And then Pokemon Season 6 Advanced on DVD. So yeah, this is the 6th season of Pokemon. It follows Master Quest, which I am on the brink of finishing. The last DVD of Master Quest. I have 9 episodes left. Yeah, I've only watched 1 on the last DVD. But he's on a Master Quest, so he wants the whole world to see that he's going to be on Pokemon Advance. It's the 3rd generation of Pokemon. And yeah, I'm getting close to ending the second and seeing who the new Pokemon are. But I don't know how I'm going to check that out. Okay, here is a bit of a confusing day, because Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 is in theaters. They recast every single actor, even the grown-ups. I only watched the first one, and Mom was upset because there was bad scenes in it. So I haven't seen the second yet, but if you're interested in the fourth one, which they recast even the grown-ups, which doesn't make much sense, you know, that's interesting for you. So that's sort of sad. So they recast all the actors. There's supposed to be another movie coming out this day, but I don't know what happened. Now they didn't even delay it. It just suddenly said it was coming out in August. There was nothing that said it was delayed again. So yeah. I don't know where I got that. It's to be released in May. And then The Great Wall and Rock Dog are on DVD. And then a Dove 3, which is a book, is in stores. I call it Dove 3 because I have to put a number. So yeah, it's the third Dove book. Like Dove Exile and Dove Arising. It's a book series that I read, starting last year. And Pirates of the Caribbean 5 in theaters. Yes, this is the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean. And it has Pirates of the Caribbean in it. So yeah. And then here we have a birthday. Somebody's birthday. On a Saturday. And then we have a day between some birthdays. Which is like right at somebody else's birthday. And Memorial Day. And my brother is going out on a date with his imaginary girlfriend this day. So yeah, I'm making him go out on a date with his imaginary girlfriend that I made up for him. Brenda. Oh, Curtis. Yeah, I already scheduled his date and everything. And then this Jack is on DVD already. I know. It, like, came out right in the March, so it's like, it's only 2.5 months. That's too short, but, you know, that's what I read online, so. Oh man, I didn't change the colors of these. Sorry. So yeah, these look like they're the same month. But yeah, I might as well reveal next month's theme, and if I delete object, you suddenly get Guardians of the Galaxy! Guardians of the Galaxy. Yep, that's next month's theme. And so I was gonna do it for this month's theme, but you know, I decided to do Sonic instead. So I hope you enjoyed my May 2017 calendar, Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, thanks for watching. If you watched, if you didn't watch, then I'm probably saying thanks for watching to nobody. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. And goodbye!